Hey random stranger, it's good to have you back. I know things are slightly crazy out there in the world right now, so I hope you are taking care of yourselves and you're staying sane. We're here now, so let's just chill and enjoy a couple more episodes of Sound Euphonium, which is already turning out to be quite a fantastic show. So the more I watched that opening scene of episode 1, with the announcement of the dud gold, the more I realized just how genius it was, particularly how it sets up the conflict between Kumiko and Reina and paints in a very short time a deep contrast between what those two consider to be success. I want to specifically mention the music in the dud gold scene because it was perfectly composed and timed to reflect the different emotions of Kumiko and Reina. And to appreciate how cool it was, you just need to be aware of very basic concepts around major and minor keys. So to help with that, I'm going to rope in our special guest for today. I'm going to take this off. Our special guest for today, please make her feel welcome, Violin Chan, who I have been in a long-term relationship for quite some time now. Is it Violin Chan or Violin Kun? I don't know if Japanese has gendered nouns. But anyway, I really should be using Piano Chan for this, but because I can't be bothered setting up my camera where she is, we're stuck with Violin Chan. So all you have to know to understand the scene is that major keys are generally happy sounding and associated with joy. So this is C major because that's what the scene starts in. C major. Hopefully that's not too loud for you guys. By contrast, minor keys are associated with being sad and grief. So this is C minor. And there are lots of exceptions. My favorite example actually is Pharrell's Happy is actually written in a minor key. But anyway, those are just general assumptions. So major, happy, and then minor, sad. So in this scene, when Kumiko finds out that they won dud gold and she's very blasé saying, well, it's still gold, and she's smiling, that part is in C major. But when the camera pans back to Reina, there is a modulation to C minor. And then throughout that scene, there's this back and forth between the major and minor keys, depending on who is being emphasized in the shot. And for this shot, there's a melodic line that sounds like this. But you can't actually catch the change to the minor key from the melody because the modulation happens in the harmony. So it is actually some masterful soundtracking, and I'd really encourage you to rewatch that scene again with the musical lens on. I feel, well, many shows use the major and minor differences to convey mood and contrast, but it is quite rare to see it used this way, this constant back and forth key modulations to show that an extremely complex conflict is forming between these two main characters. Now let's go to the episodes. We're going to be starting with episode 3. Remember to grab your tea, I've got my coffee, or your cat, I don't know. And let's do this in 3, 2, 1, play. It's so annoying every time they have to set up the band room. Oh, she spoke to her. Ooh, that's the girl that like gave a stank face to Reina. That's awesome, so they get to loan out these instruments. Tubas are so massive. reminds me of when Yui was choosing her guitar in the store. Kind of just fall in love with the one. George. Oh. I feel bad for never giving my violin a name. That's okay, it's the soul that counts. This is also so real as well, the carrying of your instruments on public transport. Oh, they're just fooling around, not really practicing. Those are all like the third years. Maybe all the second years were like, ugh, this band is shit, so we're just gonna leave and start our own band. Oh, I have a feeling he's gonna go ham on them. Like, he looks nice now, but he's gonna be really, really harsh. Oh. Yeah. That don't waste my time. I mean, I know it sounds harsh, but it's actually really true. Like, you can't do much with people who won't practice even to the basics. Yeah. So she kind of hides her real feelings a bit, doesn't she? On the surface, she's like cool and calm and practical. But inside, she's like, I want this band to succeed. No, I can't stop thinking about Miggy. She doesn't mind either way. Reina! She just knows her from her trumpet playing. I wonder what song that is. It's incredible how warm that trumpet sounds. Oh, Dvorak. I'm gonna brush up on my classical piece knowledge. Oh. Oh man, that was... So basically they were positively influenced by Reina just saying that couple of lines from that song. Everyone heard her, like the whole school heard her. I love that they used that piece to convey that message. Now I'm gonna have to look up Dvorak's piece. Was it From the New World? I think it was. Oh yes, someone also mentioned that there is the red string of fate in this ED that connects Kumiko to Reina, which again is very interesting. I could see how this ship would sail. Also, I just find it interesting that it doesn't, I mean, we don't have much background information on how these two met yet. Yeah, there's a string. But it is curious that at the moment, at least anyway, it seems like their connection is purely through music and band and nothing else. Like, I don't even know if they hung out outside of band or anything. Alright, let's sync episode 4. You guys are good? Let's do it in 3, 2, 1...